Good morning, friends. I hope everybody's doing well. I was just about to clock in for work, but something was going on in my mind that I felt I should just kind of talk about it right now and record it. For me, this is something I struggled with in the past, but then I decided to kind of embrace it. And I hope that this will help somebody else out there. It's nothing big. Since I moved to this country, one of the things that really impacted me, I would say negatively, on my own part, and that I struggled with so much and kind of made me have a low self-esteem back then, was my accent, the way I speak. I know, you know, and I believe most of it came from, back then, because most people usually believed that, oh, okay, somebody uh, who either grew up in Uganda and then you move to the United Kingdom or to United States and you come back, most people usually expect your accent to change. And I've been living here for 15 to about 16 years now. And as you can hear, my accent has not changed. I still have my strong Ugandan Lugbara accent. And that used to affect me in the way when I'm socializing with people, when I went to school, in my work. All of this was something that impacted me very much because I usually thought, that people are judging me. But one thing I have realized about people in America, something that I know about Americans, is that people do not really judge you from the way you speak. They don't judge you by your accent. I mean, they may ask, oh, where are you from your accent, things like that, but they're not going to kind of judge you for it. Most times they'll even be impressed that, you speak English. But on the other part, growing up, I know people used to tend to judge your intelligence by the way you speak. Or, okay, you don't speak good English, you're not smart. You don't speak good English, you're not intelligent, things like that. So when I went through graduate school, I took this class called Social Emotional Learning for Social Justice. And one of the areas that were addressed were about, things like language. And I actually learned, and being trilingualism, speaking more than two languages, speaking up to three languages. I got to learn that it's actually a strength because, some people only speak one language, they only speak English. But then there are people who speak 1, 2, 3 to 4 or even more languages. And for me, I speak English. I speak my local language, Lugbara, very well. And I understand Luo. My mother is Alur by tribe. And when I was younger, I used to speak Alur. But, we grew up in Arua. My dad is a Lugbara. So my mom speaks Lugbara very fluently. So I learned Alur when I was younger, but then I forgot it. And then I went to school in Gulu. Gulu, they speak Acholi, which is also Luo, and most Luo languages are very related. So I understand a lot of Luo, and I can say I speak broken Luo. So when I lived in the city, I'm not good at learning languages. I can say that. So I didn't learn Luganda, but I can understand very little of it. And then I moved into United States, and I know the people who expect you to speak differently because I've been living here for a very long time, but that's not the case for me. So shortly after graduate school, and somebody else who empowered me is my sister, who lives here in Pennsylvania. She has been a strong advocate and one of the people who have encouraged me to embrace the way I speak. And once I actually decided to do that and said, okay, I'm not going to care about what people think of how I speak. I'm just going to speak the way I speak. I'm not going to try and change my accent. I'm not going to try and speak with an American accent as others may expect of me. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to be myself and speak the way I speak. That's when I started thriving, and I was able to, change careers, and I was able to gain my confidence. In my current job, I conduct a lot of meetings, and looking back then, if I was still feeling the way I used to feel back then, I don't think I would be able to do that. And what I realized is once I started embracing what's unique about me, I began thriving, and nobody judges me, In fact, most times people are impressed by my work, and yet it's not what I expect. So we often bring different strengths to the table. Some people are good at speaking, some people are very articulate, some people are good at writing, some people are good at, doing the handiwork. So we cannot judge someone by the way they speak and think that they are not strong enough and think they are not intelligent enough by society's standards or what our standards expect of us. So I just want to I just want to tell people out there who are struggling by their uniqueness, thinking that it doesn't measure to what the society expects of them, to not hold back. Don't hold back. Don't be so shy. Don't let it affect your confidence and your self-esteem. Just go put yourself out there. The people who have had great opportunities, even because of their accent. There's this lady, I don't remember her name, but I know she does a lot of commercials, and I believe mostly because of her accent, which is unique. And so if we begin to embrace what's unique about ourselves, we will thrive. We will thrive. There's a reason why God has made us, with all these different strengths and given us different uniques so we can complement each other. So we shouldn't hold back. And for me, I have chosen to embrace myself. This is my identity. My uniqueness is my identity. I have chosen to embrace that.